Holy hell, guys. Disney Tsum Tsum Festival is out now? Freaking hell yeah, it is. Okay, I'm done. No, don't turn off Switch. Even Switch is like, I'm done with you. Hey, welcome to another episode of the Unedited series. The series where I just record one big long clip of something and don't edit it and just upload it straight up to YouTube. That's how the series is. We're trying out a little bit of a different format. I'm gonna use this as an excuse to try out a different format. I want to try to do things without the face cam. I know face cam is very popular in the let's play community, and for obvious reasons. But the way I always originally wanted to do my channel, and the way that I used to before doing the Random Additional Fun channel, was face camless. And I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of things that you lose when you add the face cam. There's a lot of things you gain, but I don't know. I just want to try the different format out, see if it will actually work for me. Um, and I'm gonna do that while playing Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney for the very very first time in my life. It's a franchise I've been very interested in for a while, and I've been meaning to buy the Ace Attorney trilogy for some time now. And I recently just got aligned with it. And I also bought Yooka-Laylee because it was on deal. But I ran out of space, so I need to buy a new micro SD card. But that's neither here nor now. But I've been meaning to play this game for a while. I've been seeing Game Grumps play it because they recently finished their series up on it, and it was a lot of fun watching them play it. So it just made me want to play it even more. And this contains two other games that I might also play if this goes well. But yeah, I'm actually super excited to get into this because it is a very fun game. The only time I've ever played Phoenix Wright is there was a demo for one of the games, one of the newest games. Was it on iOS? Was it on the iOS system? Was it on DS? I don't remember. But there was a demo for one of the games. I think it was like the fourth one. Um, Here, hold on. Let me look it up. I'll probably tell you. Probably tell you the name of the game. Phoenix Wright. I cannot spell Phoenix Wright. Right. Phoenix is just a hard word for me to spell. Apparently, the first try. Hold on. I'm telling you the name of this game, man. I'm telling you the name of this game. Oh goodness, why can't I find the name of this game? Maybe I'm not telling you the name of this game. I want to tell you so you have an idea of what I played. You'd think I'd play because it was a pretty popular DS game, and I like visual novels. I wouldn't say I'm a hardcore fan of them, but I like them, and this is the franchise considered to popularize visual novels here in the West. So that's cool. Why can't I find the names of the games? Is there not a list of games anywhere on Google? Hold on. There you go, I found it. So I believe it was Dual Destinies. That's what it was. Dual Destinies. Yeah, it was Dual Destinies because I remember it being a big deal. And I remember Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright just came out. I need to play Professor Layton as well. That's another franchise I've been wanting to play for a long time. So maybe I'll play that on the channel eventually as well. Either for the Unedited series or for something else. And then eventually, if I continue playing Phoenix Wright games, they can cross over. And bam, Phoenix Wright versus Ace Attorney. Oh, wait, what? Phoenix Wright versus Ace Attorney. You know what I meant. Shut up, man. But yeah, I've only played the brief demo, which was like one part of one of the first episode of that game. So yeah, not a whole lot, not a whole lot. Um, but yeah, like I said, I think I play because it was on the DS originally, and I love the DS, and I collect DS games. It's probably the system I'm currently most collecting for, but I don't have a single Ace Attorney game. But I've watched the game Grumps played. I've watched some other footage of it being played by various other people. And oh my god, I gotta say, for a DS game, first of all, it looks freaking amazing. And second of all, it looks like a lot of fun seeing these mysteries just unfold before your very eye. And I wanted to do that myself. So, of course, I already know a lot about the first game because, like I said, I watched the Game Grumps play it. Not much, though. I don't know everything, I should say. But I know how the first game, culminates. I guess you should say you could say I know how it culminates at the end. However, haven't seen any footage of the second game or the third game. I've been mostly just sticking with the first game, watching people do that. Um, so we're just gonna jump right into it. I'm gonna start with the first game, obviously. I'm not gonna be like, okay, guys, welcome to my random let's play of the second Phoenix Wright game, and I chose the second one specifically, even though we've never played a Phoenix Wright game on this channel. Oh wow, a great opening scene. Press the A button. Okay, hold on, let me just find that right here. Which one's the A button? Oh fuck. This one? No, it wasn't that one. Hold on, I'll find it. Oh, I found it. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. And we got Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice Fall, and Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. So, obviously, this is the first one, and this is what we're starting with. And I don't have any other episode besides this one, so this is how it's going to work. We're going to do this on an episode by episode basis, so we're going to play one whole episode within one video, is what I'm trying to say. So, we'll start with episode 1, I guess. The first Turnabout. Damn it! Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I've got to find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby, number 2. By the way, I think there's a game to make the text box a little more opaque so you can see more of the background going on. Screen shake. Ooh, I can turn off the screen shake? That's interesting. But no, I want it. Adjust text skip options? I don't want to skip any text. Yeah, there you go. That's what I want. There we go. Boy, am I nervous. Right! Oh, hiya, Chief. Ooh, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes, I'm sure that won't end horribly. Actually, I kinda owe him my current job. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over! My life, everything, it's all over! Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. death, despair. Oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die. Oh, Jesus. Sorry about the coughing. Still trying to get over the sickness. It sounds like he wants to die. Grade A detective class work. Yeah. Nick. Hey there, lady. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, lady? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death. The newspapers say it was you. Fake news. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. I feel like, based on what I know about murder trials, they're never simple. Never. My stepdad's a lawyer, in case you don't know. He's a defense attorney as well, actually. So, I mean, he doesn't really talk about his job that much. He doesn't like to bring his work home with him, I guess you could say. But I know enough to, first of all, know sometimes this game is full of crap with the way it portrays the legal system. But that's to be expected. From what I understand, it's a combination of the Japanese legal system and all legal system. And it's merged together to this weird baby thing. But, whatever, it's consistent with how it works in the world, so I'm not going to complain about that. But I also know murder trials are never fun. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts. My best friend since grade school. Yeah, he's unlucky for other reasons too. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That and I owe him one, which is why I took the case to clear his name. And that's just what I'm gonna do. August 3rd, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. Not good enough for number 1, apparently. I see how it is. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The, defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm, a little nervous. Your conduct during the trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Cool. Handshaking, eyesight fading. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. Now, that's easy. Phoenix Wright. No, it's Larry Butts. The defendant, well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Sorry if you hear my chair squeaking, by the way. I definitely need to get a new chair. But there's so much crap I need to buy as well. Other crap, so, putting up with the old dust bag for right now. So yeah, sorry if you hear a bunch of creaking. It probably sounds very obnoxious in the mic. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me what the victim's name. Ooh, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover so many times. Wait. Uh-oh. No, wait, I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim. Of course I know the victim's name. I, just forgot. Temporary. I think I feel migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press the R button to check it at any time, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. So press the R button and let's check the court record. Cindy Stone. The victim in this case, a model. She lived in an apartment by herself. Alright, but let's check out everyone else's case profile. Mia Fey, chief attorney at Fey & Co., my boss, and a very good defense attorney. Larry Butts, age 23. I thought Phoenix said he knew him for 23 years. You knew him since he was born? Dude, lifelong friends. The defendant in this case, a likable guy who has been my friend since grade school. That's not 23 years then, Phoenix! And then we got Winston Payne, the prosecutor for this case. Lacks presence, generally bad at getting his points across. Oh, damn. Roasting the dude. Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case? Cinder Block. Oh my god. One day after I play through this game like normally, we should just do a totally joke playthrough where we answer everything incorrectly. I just want to know what the outcome is. Phoenix Wright, the worst attorney. Cindy Stone. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was, and if we check the court record, we can see the cause of death was a loss of blood due to blunt trauma. And that would be it. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reasons why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. No reasons not to proceed except I totally lack confidence in myself. Well then, first a question for the prosecution, Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon was the statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts it into evidence. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. I keep changing a voice up. I'm sorry. I'm not very good with being consistent with voices. I'm a very terrible voice actor. Use the R button to check the court record frequently. Alright. Oh no, I can't do it now. Can I do it now? Can I do it now? Yeah, there we go. I gotta wait till the text box finishes. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant Mr. Butts to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh, Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. He looks so confident in himself. Ahem. Mr. Butts, is it not true that your victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy. We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Who's gonna tell him? Didn't they all die? Guess not Phoenix. I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me. Ever. What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butts, what you described is generally what we mean by being dumped. Nowadays, we call it ghosted. 2001 was a different time. In fact, she had completely abandoned... Oh my god. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies, all of it, lies. I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Glucose guardians now. Jesus. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude. We can clearly see what kind of woman this Mrs. Stone was. Okay, I already don't like you. Fuck off. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I? Yeah, seems like we just stopped him from answering. My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Oof. Yeah. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm going to get the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is so not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Gulp. Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did and maybe I didn't. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do? Geez, what should I do? Should I have him answer the question honestly? Honesty's the best policy. Because, like, maybe I can pull some evidence out later to be like... I don't remember what the Game Grumps did, because, like, I watched them. So maybe I can pull some evidence out to be like, yeah, maybe he did see her, but, like, he left before the murder or something. These are the tough decisions. I'll stop him from answering, I guess. I'll send him a signal. Lie like a dog. Well, you see, it's like this. I don't remember. You don't remember? Well, then we'll just have to remind you. I got a bad feeling about this. We have a witness that can prove he did go to the victim's apartment that day. Well, why didn't you just pull him out in the first place? Well, fuck. Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness? The man who found the victim's body. Just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Side to the stand. Very on the nose. Mr. Side, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct? Oh, sorry. Yawning. Oh, yes, newspapers, yes! Mr. Sard, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. He kind of looks like the Happy Mask salesman. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. And then I saw her, lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Okay, we're about to have to pull his testimony apart. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? Well, you told him not to. I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Fuck, I messed up. I think I messed up. But we can fix this, I think. We can fix this. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sard used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. Perusal. I can never say that word correctly, Your Honor. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor? All right. This is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why you... How do you not know what Didn't you go to lawyer school for this, man? Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradiction between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Open the court record with the elbow and point out the contradiction in his testimony. Alright, let's do this. Let's go into this. Okay. So let's check what kind of evidence we have right now. So we know the time of death was 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Okay. Here's the statue. It's rather heavy. The victim apparently arrived home from Paris on 7:30, the day before the murder. And then electricity to Mrs. Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. So he said he saw it happen at 1 p.m. He must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind. Thinking it was strange, I looked inside the apartment, then I saw her lying there, alone, not moving dead. I quilled and flight and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. Okay, hold on. There we go. There's what I need to present this for. I press X to present, okay. Oh, that's so satisfying. You found the body at 1 p.m. You sure? You sure, man? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. There was nobody to find out 1 p.m. Nobody wants... I'm sorry. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Objection! This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sartre, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and the whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? Alright, here's the totally sincere testimony. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right. You know what to do. I've got this one. Exactly. Alright. When I found the time, blah, blah, blah. There's always saying the time. It's probably coming from the television. Oh, wait, hold on. No, I won't go back. And then we present this. The blackout notice. Because there was a blackout going on, apparently, the time of the crime. Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sartre? No, I find it quite puzzling myself, quite. Wait, I remember now. Mr. Sartre, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught. Yeah. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sartre. He's like, I don't get paid enough for this crap. Let's hear your testimony. Oop, let's hear your testimony once more, please. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the mortar weapon. The killer used to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. You saw a clock. I guess that would explain it. Alright, the defense may cross-examine the witness for a third time. Gladly. In actuality, the mortar weapon was not a clock. It was the statue of the thinker. Wait just a moment. The mortar weapon wasn't a clock. It was the statue. Now how is this supposed to be a clock? You with your objections and your evidence, just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Sawyer. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That was a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne. As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. So you were lying? I already don't like you. I have a problem with you, Mr. Payne. A big problem. I see. So the mortar weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness' testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony now? I mean, minus the fact he kept changing it over and over again. My question, I guess, would be, how did he know it was a clock? And he said he saw it, but yes, I do actually. Your Honor, there's a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified he would never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Yeah, like I said, the only way he would know it's a clock is by, touching it. And like Phoenix said, he never entered the apartment, and he kept saying he saw the time. So, indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That seems like a very far-fetched thing to say, but I mean, whatever. That was the sound you heard. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. In real life, you'd be like, you'd be thrown out of that courtroom faster than you could say anything. Faster than you could say objection. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sard, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the mortar weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. The voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. Yo, what's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never. Look, the clock, I heard, no, I mean, I saw, Shut up, I hate you. It was him, I tell you, I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn, give him death. Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, you claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is right in this. I better think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Salt heard was definitely the clock. A fact which is clear if you simply ask the neighbors. Try sounding the clock. Let's sound the clock now, here in the court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker, after all. He merely just thinks, speculates. He doesn't have any definitive answers. So we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. As you can see, this clock is actually 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between Mr. Sartre and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sartre, try to talk your way out of this one. You forgot one thing. Uh-oh, what's he talking about now? While it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it, I was so close. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sartre. I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal, You lawyers are all slime. I almost had him. Sorry, Larry, I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Sartre. Chief. Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But, Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, I can actually. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you still can't win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? I can. Wait, maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it. Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found the evidence to support the claim? Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha! Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off. Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. It was the passport. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim had reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her is dead and the apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sartre? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Ooh! I think he died. Order, I say. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness? He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly and find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. And with that, this court is adjourned. turns out that Frank Sod was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Whaley went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sod let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sod grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Woo! Still can't believe I won. We won, sorry. Right, good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over! Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Oh, Nick, don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no, I mean bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Winter's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was... Never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butt's innocent. Boo. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat. Oh, no. I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Hey, here, take this. It's a present. A present for me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that just make you want to cry? Larry. Are you sure? Excuse me? I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Huh? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? The attorney's bad. I'd say it's probably the fact that she brought the statue with her to Paris. Take that, you lonely loser! Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. Right. I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People too. We never really know if our clients are innocent or guilty. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner on me? We'll drink a toast to innocent buns. Dude, it's like 2 p.m. A little early for dinner. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Harry. You were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Or, yeah, part at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? Oh, guys, I think she's hitting on me. Hell yeah. And so my first trial came to a close, where he slapped me on the back and said, Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends. But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us. Unless you count the clock he gave me. I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep.